There's usually something in the air when the Utah Jazz head to Los Angeles to take on the Lakers. 9 months removed from Luka Doncic making his Lakers debut against Utah, LeBron James returned to action for his 2025-26 season debut against the Jazz Tuesday night. After 3 competitive and entertaining quarters, the Lakers pulled away for a 140-126 win. Leading performances from Keontae George, 34 points and 8 assists, and Lauri Markkanen, 31 points, were outdone by the play of LA's leading stars and a big edge inside the paint. It was a hot start for the visitors Tuesday night, as 4 of 8 shooting from deep and consistent ball movement led to an 11-point lead. George picked up where he left off in Sunday's game against the Chicago Bulls with 13 points and 4 assists in the opening frame, while Markkanen chipped in with 9 points, several of which came in the mid-range. Utah dished out 11 assists on 14 made shots in the first to build a 36-27 lead after 1 frame of action. Los Angeles attacked the paint in the opening minutes of the second quarter as Utah's lead shrunk back down to 2 points. However, George continued to be on a heater, with a personal 8-0 run from the third-year guard, creating more separation room between the two teams on the scoreboard. George would finish the half with 23, which tied his career high in any half of his young career. Led by Doncic, 20 points, 9 of 11 from the free throw line, the Lakers remained within striking distance despite Utah's efficiency on the offensive end of the floor. But the Jazz took a 71-67 advantage into the halftime break. The scoring was fast and furious in the beginning stages of the second half, with the teams combining for 27 points in just over 4 minutes of play. Although the Jazz maintained their lead, the Lakers were right on their heels throughout the majority of the quarter. With just over 3 minutes left in the frame, the Lakers took their first lead of the night at 89-88 as Doncic continued to put points on the board and orchestrate LA's offense. The Slovenian star was in control with 17 points and 3 assists in the quarter, and a 27-9 run helped push the Lakers' lead to 104-93 heading into the final frame. Los Angeles pushed its lead to 13 within the first few minutes of the fourth quarter as the home team continued to score in the paint at will. Turnovers and missed shots continued to pile up for the Jazz, and the game was all but decided by the midway point of the quarter, as the Lakers went up by 21. Lakers head coach J.J. Redick went to his deep reserves to close out the remainder of Tuesday's contest. Here are 3 takeaways from Tuesday's action. Utah's leading duo shined again. The main story of Sunday's double overtime victory over the Bulls was the leading performances of George, 33 points, and Markkanen, 47. Utah's top 2 scorers continued to be in a rhythm to open Tuesday's game in LA, as the 2 combined for 45 of Utah's 71 first-half points. George put on a show early with an array of shot-making on the perimeter, ultimately finishing the half with 23 points on 9 of 15 from the field and 5 of 9 from deep. Meanwhile, Markkanen did most of his work inside the arc, 6 of 8 on 2-point attempts, on his way to a 22-point half. With both players scoring over 20 points, it was the 5th time in franchise history that has happened in a first half since 1996. The scoring slowed in the second half for the two, with 19 combined points as the game got away from Utah. In the end, George put up 34 points, 8 assists, and 2 steals, while Markkanen finished with 31 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 steals. Doncic led the way for LA in LeBron's return. Although the talk of the town was the season debut for James, who made history as the first player in NBA history to play in 23 seasons. It was the Lakers' new leading man that put on a show Tuesday night. Continuing his hot start to the season, Doncic dominated against Utah to the tune of 37 points, 10 assists, and 4 steals. When Los Angeles needed scoring, the MVP candidate made sure to provide a flurry of buckets or get to the free throw line. If the Lakers' offense needed a playmaking engine, Doncic was more than up to the task. While Doncic led the way, he did get timely help from Austin Reeves, 26 points, and James, who finished with 11 points and 12 assists in his season debut. Los Angeles won the battle down low. Tuesday's game was a competitive contest for the majority of the 48 minutes, but 2 key disparities hurt Utah's chances of pulling off a road upset. With shots not falling from deep for the Lakers, their offense prioritized getting to the basket and the charity stripe. Although the Jazz have had success this season in limiting shot attempts at the rim, that wasn't the case Tuesday night, as Los Angeles shot 23 of 30 in the wind, extending the range to the entire paint, and more than half of LA's total points, 74 to be exact, came from that area of the floor. The other key difference between the two teams came at the free throw line. The Lakers finished 29 of 40 from the stripe, while Utah went 18 of 19, with 9 of those makes coming in the fourth quarter. A combination of the craft of Doncic and Reeves and the physical downhill attacks from Los Angeles led to a substantial number of free throw attempts.